Hello everyone, this is Hamida from Iran, and I want to talk about the situation in Iran, in my country, and what happened exactly here. It all started when the price for petroleum in Iran went higher, and not just twice, it tripled, and people, all of them got shocked. And as most of the people doesn't have enough money and doesn't have enough income every month, so it was hard for them to accept that they have to pay this much. So little by little they start to talk about it, and the people look at each other and they get furious. They really got furious, and they started to say this is enough and we cannot handle it anymore, because the economy is very important, and the economy in Iran almost crashed. And it is too hard to see that a country like Iran, that had this much sources from oil, from different other material, precious material, rocks and gold and many other material that it has, but the economy is crashed and people are getting poor and being more poor every day, every second. And it is too hard to imagine what the future would be for Iran right now. So people got furious and they came to the street just to actually protest and ask from the government to reduce this price. But the government is strictly told to the people that this is the last price for the petroleum right now, and they should accept that. However, the income that the payment from Iran is very low. It's too low. You cannot imagine how it's too low. I can give you an example. For example, a teacher in Iran exactly earn at least 200 a month, and at most it's between 250 to 300 in a month, and this is too low. And a teacher is a good, well paid in Iran. This is not fair enough for Iran. Of course it is not. As much it has a great history, a great culture, a great people, very hospitable, very kind people, and this is not fair to them at all. Most of them, after that, they decided to immigrate from Iran, to go to other country. This is my decision too, right now, I can tell you, because I'm jobless and I lost my job, and suddenly I saw myself that I don't have a job and everything is going higher and I cannot handle anything right now. So this is my first decision right now, and I have to handle it very soon, because I can tell you certainly that if in the future, as people are angry and people are furious about the economy and what happened next to them, the revolution would be number one for my country. And the incident that happened later was much worse than the price for petroleum. The people who came to the street, they stopped their car in the street, every cities of Iran. I can tell you, in every cities of Iran it happened. And also in small cities, even in small cities of Iran, people came to a street to protest, to ask. They are tired and they cannot tolerate this situation anymore. So they ban the street, they go to the mayor part of each cities, and in other cities, even in the road, the main road of each cities, they went there and they blocked the street, and the police and the government soldiers, they came and they shoot the people. They shoot the people and they killed not just 10, 20, 100, hundreds of people from teenagers to old one, and thousands of them are arrested, and now they are in jails. Many journalists, many writers, many photographers, many people who wrote in social media, many people who were even a poet was killed and were arrested, and right now they are in jail. This is in the history of Iran. I don't know whether it exists or not, and as I am talking about it, it just reminds me how it was hard for me to accept it. Within these weeks, for 8 days, I didn't have internet, and it was like that. I couldn't breathe because I didn't have a relationship with the world outside. My work was linked to the social media, and I work in tourism, and suddenly everything just crashed, and everything is gone. And little by little, as I am trying right now, and I just see and look forward, I see that, oh my God, it cannot be happen right now. The economy is crashed, and just the governments and the regime. Of course, the regime was in the main part, the leader Ayatollah, who ordered all of those shootings to the people. How they start this revolution 40 years ago. In the street, they start shooting to the people. They kill them, then they say that Shah killed them. However, Shah had his own fault, but most of them was done by them who has guns, and whoever gave them gun, who knows. Exactly the same things happen right now in Iran, and some people were among ordinary people, and they have guns, and they later, very amazingly, the Ayatollah had a speech. I want to add something before I told you this, that Ayatollah has internet. Within these weeks that people in Iran didn't have internet, he had internet. He tweeted in internet. You can check his Twitter and his Facebook account and other social media like Instagram. You can check it that he had internet an exact day that people from Iran didn't have. However, the internet is free for them, but it's illegal and banned for the people. And the regime is like they are in a gangster, someone like that. They are in a family group, and they just give the position from one person to another person, and they switch it with each other. Exactly, it's like that. And whoever doesn't believe them, they would never allow them to come inside of them. And most of the people are in the others. The millions of Iranian people are in the other side, that they just looked at them, how they steal the money from their pocket. They put it on the Arabs people. They give them to the Arabs people, like Palestine, like Syria, like Yemen and others, and just want to set the war and fire in the world. And in this way, they want to show that they are Islamic, they are Muslims, they are support Islams. However, whatever I learned and I read from Islam is almost not the same, that they are acting in these ways. I can tell you that these things, that lots of people were killed in that weeks, not just 7 or 8 days. Imagine 2 or 3 days. And I can tell you 13 of them were teenagers. Lots of photos and lots of video came later on internet and on social media, and many people were crying, and they say it make them more furious. But the fear almost exists, because the leader came and he started to talk, and Even he threatened people, and he said that if you came to the streets, the people who are, support revolution, they will stop you. And he called them people, and he called other people not the people. They are bad people. They are like gangster people. They're like the people who wants to ruin everything. They want to set the fire to the cars. They want to shoot the people. And this is not exactly the reality, and this is all lies. And many people want, they didn't want them anymore. And many youngers were killed, many boys, many girls, and their parents are so furious. You can follow their speech on BBC and other social media that existed on TV, that we watched it every night, and we couldn't. It made us so angry, and we feel sympathy with those people who lost their dears. And I want to say another story of how they killed the people. In one city in the south part of Iran, the name of the city is Mahshar, and the people banned the road for 2 days, and the police came to them with tankers and others weapons, and the people run away to a plane close to that road, and they started shooting, and they killed 130 people there. And people from the city didn't know that, because they are searching to find their friends, their family, and from the smell they find the bodies on that plane. And I just want to narrate this story, that you people from other parts of the world understand that how cruel and how sad and evil soul they have, just to keep their power safe. However, the story of Iran 40 years ago was totally different. A man who was a king in Iran, he left the country. He left just because he didn't want to see the people be killed more. He didn't want the power. Whatever, he had cancer and he went to die anyway. He did lots of great people. The economy was safe at that time. Iran was so beautiful and much, much more than right now. However, right now, just not the economy. The people were crashed. The women, mostly the women right, doesn't exist. And this is the reality, and I can't hide it anymore from the people from other parts of the world. You maybe read my paper before, and I talked on that paper how positive my country is, and it really is. I told you deeply from my heart, but I'm so sorry, but I have to tell you these things too, that the regime, the government is totally, completely different from the people. They're separated. They make themselves separated from the people. They lie to people. They laughed at the people, however they killed them. They torture them every day and every night. Even in a small sounds, they kill it. They kill it. These things that I'm telling you, and I'm sending you this audio, I hope that everyone in the world can hear me. But this is the reality. Maybe they cut my throat, and I don't care anymore, because I prefer that the world know about their reality. They're completely coming from the hell world. And I can tell you certainly that this is not my country. Please, please pray for Iran, and I will tell you more, and I will announce you more news about my country. And please pray for Iran for better future, and not for better ruler, but for better future. And please pray that people stay together strongly to stop in front of the evil souls. Thank you so much, and I hope I can see you soon. But who knows what the world brings for them. Thank you so much, and goodbye. Very well.